All right, today we're jumping into a seriously spooky story out of Mumbai. It's about a salesman who was completely down on his luck, a sales opportunity that seemed too good to be true, and an office building with a very, very dark past that is far from over. So, let's just dive right in. Imagine you're in a strange, empty office. It's late at night, and the only other person there turns to you and says, "That." This is the exact moment when a regular sales call turns into absolute terror.
So that's the big question, right? How on earth did he get here? This wasn't just bad luck. It was a whole chain of events, desperate choices, a tragic history that all came together to put him in that specific room at that exact time. Let's break down how it all happened.
Okay, so let's set the stage. The year is 2007, and we're meeting our main character, a young salesman named Chirag, who is, to put it mildly, at the end of his rope.
You've got to understand what's driving him. Chirag isn't just trying to hit a sales quota. He's literally fighting to keep his job and take care of his sick mom. For 3 straight months, nothing. Not a single sale. And his boss has just told him, you sell something or you're out. The pressure is immense.
And with his back against the wall, something just clicks. He goes on this incredible run, selling 5 water purifiers in one day. His monthly target was only 3. So his boss is totally blown away, and as a reward, he gives Chirag a hot new lead, a shot at a massive corporate deal. So this huge new opportunity takes Chirag to a commercial building in Mumbai. But here's the thing, he's not going to just any old office. He's headed for a specific part of the complex with a really troubled history, the B Wing. And when I say troubled, I mean it. This place is soaked in tragedy. The B Wing was ground zero for 2 horrible events. First, the 1993 serial bomb blast that tore through Mumbai, and then, just a few years later, the whole building just collapsed. This place is literally built on a foundation of death.
So Chirag gets there around 4 p.m. He sees a watchman who gives him a friendly smile. He goes up to the 5th floor, finds the office, but the whole building is dead silent. A receptionist tells him he's in the right place, but the boss is tied up. When she sees him getting antsy, she dangles this incredible offer in front of him, a potential order for 15 or 20 offices. That's a life-changing sale. So of course, he decides to wait.
But the hours start to tick by. It's 6 p.m. now. 2 hours have gone by. Chirag gets up, walks around, and realizes the entire floor, the entire office, is totally deserted. It's just him and the receptionist. And when he asks her about it, she just casually says, "Oh, it's Friday, everyone left early." Okay, and right here is where things go from just kind of weird to absolutely terrifying. As the sun goes down, the B-Wing starts to show its true colors. It's 8 p.m. He's been waiting for 4 hours. He's finally about to give up and walk out, and then, boom! A huge explosion from downstairs shakes the whole building. Emergency alarms start screaming. Pure chaos. Chirag panics and runs to the receptionist, but she is completely calm. I mean, chillingly calm. As you can hear these agonizing screams coming from below, she just tells him not to worry about it. She says, "People are probably burning. These sounds come every day." She talks about it like it's just the evening traffic. And then the horror gets personal. The receptionist's face just twists. She starts screaming, but not like she's scared. She's screaming like she's the one on fire. And Chirag watches, completely frozen, as her skin looks like it's bubbling and melting right off her face.
He is absolutely paralyzed with fear, screaming for help, not knowing what could possibly be out there. And then, suddenly, the office door just swings open.
And who is it? It's the watchman, the same guy who smiled at him on his way in. He grabs a terrified Chirag, yanks him out of that room, and tells him it's not safe in here at night. He rushes him downstairs away from whatever that was. So once they're downstairs, the watchman tries to explain what just happened. Chirag is frantic, insisting he was in a real office with a real person. But the watchman tells him no, the upper floors are all abandoned. He says that wasn't a receptionist Chirag saw, it was the wandering soul of someone who burned to death in the 93 blast. He explains the whole building is haunted by the victims of both tragedies. Chirag is completely shaken, of course, but he thinks the nightmare is finally over. And as he's about to leave, the watchman says this one last thing to him. It's part prediction, part promise. The next morning, Chirag goes into work. He tells his boss and his coworkers this absolutely insane story, probably expecting them to be horrified.
But the reaction he gets is not what he expected. It's far, far more chilling than any ghost.
His boss just looks at him completely confused and says, "Chirag, you went to the wrong address. The client he was supposed to see, their office is across town. The building Chirag went to, that was their company's old office, abandoned for years."
Chirag's world is just spinning. He's trying to make it make sense. He says, no, that's impossible. There was a watchman there. He was real. He told me all about the building's history, about the ghosts. But his boss, who actually lives near that old building, delivers the final, devastating piece of the puzzle. He just says, I know that building. It's a ruin. There is no watchman in that building.
And in that 1 second, everything slams into place. His mind flashes back to the watchman's last words. The one person who seemed real, the one who calmly explained the ghost to him, he was one of them all along.
And that's the story's terrifying lesson, isn't it? It's a chilling reminder that some places hold on to their memories. And sometimes those memories are still walking the halls. It really makes you wonder, how can you ever be sure who or what you're really talking to?
Follow and subscribe for the next tech part. Hit that subscribe button and follow us now.